Hello, my name is Jillian Weiss, and I'm looking forward to taking this sign language course. There are three reasons I'm taking this course. One is I'm an education major, and one of my goals is to work with students with special needs, specifically those with autism, many of whom are nonverbal, so therefore I feel sign language would be very effective for them. Secondly, I took 3 years of sign language in high school, and I loved learning sign language, and I love learning about the deaf community. And finally, I find learning a language extremely fascinating, and I would love to become fluent in 2 languages. Since my major is education and I want to work with nonverbal students, I plan to use sign language in my classroom. Working in schools, I have noticed many teachers and parents rely on iPads as a form of communication for the children, but I believe sign language would be more effective. I want to bring sign into my classroom because I feel students can really benefit from it. Over the years, I've had many experiences with deaf people. Many of them occurred because of my sign language classes in high school. So the first experience I had was in my Sign Language 1 class in high school, and my teacher brought in a few of her deaf friends, and when they arrived, my teacher told us to go around the room, introduce ourselves, tell a little about ourselves and what our weekend plans were, just to see if we could actually hold a conversation. And it was really interesting to see how we responded and how much we were actually able to understand. And then the second experience I had was my teacher took us to a deaf play, and it was at the time I was in sign language too, and we were learning how important emotions were when signing. And even though my classmates and I were not fluent in sign language, we were still able to enjoy the play because we were able to understand it through the actor's emotions, which is the point she was trying to get across. And then my plans for interaction is, since I want to incorporate sign language into my future classroom, I plan to work with both deaf and nonverbal students in hopes of teaching them through a different form of communication so they can learn just like every other student. Another plan I have is to go to the Special Olympics. In high school, my teacher really emphasized coming and helping, especially that we were able to have basic conversations and direct people where to go. So I plan to do that, and I also plan to go back to my high school and convince the other sign language students to go back and be more involved in the deaf community because they need all the help that they can get, especially from the hearing community. So I just want to be more involved in that community.